Well, you better have a clear idea of what you're looking for, because when we talk about guaranteed approval business loans, you need to understand exactly what we're talking about. But listen, in today's conversation, I want to explain to you how to quickly get a large guaranteed approval business loan, even if you have bad or fair credit. Okay? Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, boss, I want to talk to you about guaranteed approval business loans. How do you quickly get a large one with a bad or fair credit application? First things first, the basics. Let's go back and understand what we talk about when we say guaranteed approval business loan. Okay, now first of all, there's not such a thing as guaranteed approval. Like, no lender is going to sit around and say, listen, I will actually guarantee that I will give you a loan. No. But the thing is that in this conversation, I want to talk to you about business loans that have a high probability of approval. Okay, and so there are two types. You have asset-based loans, and then you have revenue-based loans. This is what I mean by guaranteed approval. In other words, the lender doesn't care about your credit. They don't care if you have bad credit, poor credit, doesn't matter. Okay, what they care about is your cash flows and your revenue. Big decision time. Talk to me right now. Do you have enough accounts receivable? Do you have enough inventory? Do you have machinery or equipment on your balance sheet? Do you have real estate? Okay, so those are assets. So when we talk about asset-based lending, you're talking about business loans that actually allow you to collateralize the loan. Okay, so when we talk about accounts receivable, for example, we have invoice financing, invoice factoring, accounts receivable financing. Okay, when you talk about inventory, you can actually use your inventory to collateralize a business loan. When you talk about machinery or equipment, you have equipment financing. Okay, when you have a real estate, you have commercial real estate. So I'm trying to paint the picture for you so you understand that when we talk about guaranteed approval business loans, we are speaking about asset-based business loans. That's one, or revenue-based business loans. So what is revenue-based financing? Revenue just focus on what it is, your revenue, your accounts receivable. Okay, so you're basically getting money. You're getting a portion, let's say 85% of your accounts receivable based on your revenue. Okay, but you better have solid revenue to qualify for that. But the good thing is that when we talk about revenue-based financing structures, you have multiple elements in place. You have investors, you have lenders, and you have you. The bottom line is that these two types of business loans are great if you have poor credit or fair credit and you want cash really fast. Okay, revenue-based financing and asset-based financing. Now, the second thing you need to do is that you need to identify those lenders. You need to familiarize yourself with the top lenders for guaranteed approval business loans. This is really important because the last thing you want is just to walk into an institution and asking for a business loan and they don't offer that loan. That's a waste of time, money, and all that kind of stuff. And you might get a hard pull also. But you don't want that. So what we have done is that we have actually identified a few players that you will be interested in. So you have Quick Bridge. Okay, you can apply in a matter of minutes. And the good thing with Quick Bridge is that they will work with you. They have a funding specialist that will help you identify a guaranteed approval business loan. Okay, and you also have Shield Funding. And here they offer guaranteed business loans up to $750,000 in 48 hours. If you have bad credit, no problem. Okay, all they want you to have monthly gross revenue of at least $8,000, and they want you to be in business for at least 2 months. Okay. Then you have Capital for Business. This is another great player when it comes to guaranteed approval business loans, and they have business loans from $4,000 to $1 million. Very generous. You have an easy application process, no application, and this business also helps you get the kind of loans that you need based on your industry. You have Greenbox Capital, another great player when it comes to guaranteed approval business loans, okay? And you can qualify based on your business revenue, your cash flow, your vendor payment history, your years in business, and your public records. This is really good, okay? So we're talking here about getting money from them all the way to $500,000. It's really good. You have base to credit, which we have reviewed on this show, okay? Another big player in the guaranteed approval business loan space. And with the biz to credit, you can apply in 4 minutes. You get a decision in as fast as 24 hours, okay? And you get funded in as little as 72 hours. Think about that. And in terms of business funding, they are the most generous. You can get somewhere from $25,000 to $6 million. This is just fantastic, okay? We're speaking about for the working capital, you have a loan that starts at $25,000. For the term loan, you are basically, the limit here is $500,000. This is really good. And you can pay back the term loan in up to 36 months. And you can use this for larger projects, okay? And they also offer CRE loan, commercial real estate loans. And here you can borrow up to $6 million. You have interest only up to 36 months. And you can use this for large projects or acquisitions. So I've given you a few players, a few lenders that actually will consider you for guaranteed approval business loans. There are many more, though. There are many more. We have reviewed hundreds of business lenders on this show. But I just wanted to give you an idea of the institutions that offer guaranteed approval business loans. Let me talk to you about eligibility, right? Because, I mean, you are interested, of course. You want to apply quickly, all that kind of stuff, right? But you got to be eligible. So when we talk about eligibility, there are some qualifying factors that may affect your ability to get approved for a guaranteed approval business loan. So the cool thing is, if you have a clear idea of those criteria beforehand, you can work on them. You can improve your profile, and that's the bottom line here, okay? So they want you to have annual revenue. So sometimes the minimum here is $5,000 a month. So that's $60,000 a year. And so we're talking about gross revenue. So pre-tax revenue, okay? And they will analyze your profitability. The lender will analyze your profitability, your current debt obligation, your cash inflows and cash outflows, and your credit history. This is kind of important because you know what? The thing is that if we have to choose between revenue and cash flow, I would say go with cash flow. You want to have strong cash flow. I mean, this might sound a little, I would say there might be some dichotomy here because you want a business loan. And I'm telling you to have a strong cash flow. I'm not saying, for example, if you're asking for $1 million, you better have at least $10,000 or $15,000 in your account, but you need to actually show regularity. That's the key word here. You need to show consistency in your cash flows. Okay? Money. You want to get more money, right? So please review your credit reports before you apply for any of this guaranteed approval business loans, okay? You want to pay your bills on time to improve your credit score, because even if you have bad credit or fair credit right now, please do not actually, I would say, dig a bigger hole. Honestly, you want to improve what is improvable. Okay, pay attention to your payment history, your credit usage, the age of your credit account, your credit mix, and the new credit inquiries. This is important. You want to aim for 30% credit utilization or less. Really important. You want to limit new credit requests, especially hard inquiries. This is why we always tell people you want to go for credit cards, for business loans, business lines of credit that actually do soft pulls, okay? And please keep old accounts. You want to keep old accounts open, and you want to pay the delinquencies, all right? Because the whole thing is that these loans are guaranteed approval, but you got to do your work first. You got to really do something for them to help you out, okay? And please, if it is possible, use credit monitoring to track your progress. Really important. Now let's talk about selection. So the good thing is that you have actually, you're trying to get a guaranteed approval business loan. This is good, okay? You have actually reviewed several options. Now it's about time to make a decision. Okay, boss, the question that I have for you is that what kind of funding program are you interested in? Because there are several funding programs. So Are you looking for a business line of credit? Are you looking for a small business loan for bad credit? Are you looking for a working capital loan for bad credit? Merchant cash advance, equipment financing, invoice factoring? Talk to me about that. Big decision time. Big decision time. Talk to me about what kind of a funding program you're looking for. Because when we talk about business line of credit, you can receive up to $250,000, okay? And but those are for short-term or long-term purposes, depending on your industry and on your needs. So when we talk about small business loans for bad credit, you can actually get up to $500,000 in business funding within 24 hours, depending on the lender. Okay, but I'm just giving you the average criteria here, the average factors here. Okay, because as I said, it doesn't matter if you have bad credit, as long as you have strong cash flows, strong revenue trends, they will take care of you. But are you looking for a working capital loan for bad credit? Here also you can receive up to $500,000 in working capital. Okay, you have an easy business loan application process, especially if you work with alternative lenders and online lenders. Big banks and big credit unions are not gonna take care of you for guaranteed approval. So when we talk about guaranteed approval business loans, you want to forget about credit unions and traditional lenders such as big banks. No, you want to focus on online lenders and alternative lenders. Okay. Are you looking for a merchant cash advance? Here also you can receive up to $500,000. Are you looking for equipment financing? Now, the good thing here is that no collateral is required because you are going to use the equipment as collateral, and the amount here can go all the way to $1 million. Or are you looking for invoice factoring? Invoice factoring is kind of cool. If you have strong customer receivables and you need cash quickly, you can use the receivables to finance. You can use the receivables to get fast cash. So you really need to be very selective in terms of the kind of loan program that you need based on your particular situation. I want to talk to you about planning. Yeah, boss. The thing is, you're just sitting there, you just listen to this conversation, and you're not taking action. You got to take action, okay? And action starts with planning. In other words, the business loan says guaranteed approval, but you got to do some work. Yeah, because there's no free lunch here. You got to do some work, and so try to get your business into a legit business structure. Let me say it again. I want you to have a legit business. Don't talk to me about, oh, I have a side gig, I have a sole proprietorship, all that kind of stuff. No, you're just wasting your time. Okay, you want to have an EIN, your employer identification number. Now, for EIN, the good thing is that you can get it either as a sole proprietorship or as a legit business. Okay, but you want to really pay attention to this thing because you want to actually segregate your business affairs from your personal affairs. Okay, and the EIN starts helping you in that direction. You need to set up your accounting. Do you want to do your own accounting, or you want to hire someone to do it, or you want to buy software such as Xero or QuickBooks or Wave or Expensify? What is the legal structure of your business? Are you an LLC, LLP, S Corp, C Corp, or you want to remain a sole proprietorship? Even though we're telling you based on our research that it's better that you incorporate. It's important. Okay, so you need to file your articles of incorporation, your articles of organization, depending on the legal structure you have chosen. What about your financial statements, boss? Do you know what those are? Have you prepared some financial statements lately? Talk to me about those. Don't sit around and not talk to me. I'm talking to you. You better have those things ready, okay? And again, we're not sitting here talking about, oh, I want a guaranteed approval business loan, but what have you done to actually to deserve those business loans? Prepare your financial statements, your balance sheet, your income statement, your statement of cash flows, your statement of owner's equity. All these things are important. Have you thought about federal and state tax registration? Have you registered your business at the state and federal level? Better be compliant with the authorities. Because the last thing you want is to have the IRS officers come and get your ass. Nobody wants that. What about payroll taxes? Have you thought about that? What about licenses and permits? Those are really important. What about setting up, what about opening business bank accounts and having a business credit card? Those are important. Credit cards. Yes. Having a business credit card is a great way to actually start building business credit. And even if you don't have good credit, you can get a secured business credit card. For example, Wells Fargo offers a good one. Okay? I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation about how to get a guaranteed approval business loan, okay? And how to get a large amount really fast. And now I want to talk to you about business plan. So the thing is, you got to prepare a business plan, okay? I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you write it yourself. I don't care if you hire someone to write it. I don't care if you use business plan software. I really don't care. What I care about is quality. I'm caring about the outcome of the business plan, okay? And please, don't be stingy. Don't try to go and hire like a cheap ass business plan writer that will cost you $50. Come on, man. Come on. You want a business loan for $100,000 or $250,000, and you're sitting there telling me that you're going to hire someone and pay that person $50, or you go into a website and download a template, a business plan template, and come back and customize it. Come on, boss. You can do better, and you should do better. Okay. The whole thing here is that you need to invest in writing a compelling business plan. I don't care how you do it. Okay. You have platforms such as Fiverr, Upwork, TopTal, and I don't even know the names anymore. You have freelancer.com, but you have a large constellation of platforms that allow you to actually write a compelling business plan. Okay. So and again, don't make things complicated for me. I don't need no almanac, no glossary, no dictionary to read your business plan. Make it plain. Break it down for me. Break it down for the lender. Make things clear, but it has to be good English, though. I don't want to see some convoluted sentences in your business plan. Again, you want to invest $100, $200, and get a professional to write your business plan. And a good business plan has an executive summary, a company description. You have to do a market analysis here. You also have competitive analysis. You have a description of management and organization, a breakdown of your products and services. This is really good. You need to talk about your marketing plan, your sales strategy. You have to basically justify your request for funding, and you got to do financial projections. Okay, this is why I'm just telling you, if you have no knack for writing business plans in the first place, you want to outsource the whole thing. Yeah. You want to focus on what you're good at, okay? And what you're good at is running a business, is generating revenue, is talking to customers, is empowering your brand. That's what you are good at, right? So outsource the whole thing. But the bottom line is, I want to see quality. I want to see a quality business plan. Before we close today's conversation here, folks, I just, again, we're still having a conversation about a guaranteed approval business loan and how do you get it, okay? And I want to give you a few pro tips. One thing you need to understand is that you want to tidy up your personal credit. And this is important. And you know what? No ifs and buts. I don't care how you do it. You need to have a plan to actually tidy up your personal credit. And I don't care if you're currently at 350, if you have a 350 FICO score. The question is, do you have a plan to bring it up? To bring that FICO score up, okay? You have to actually review your personal credit scores, your reports. There is a website called annualcreditreport.com that allows you basically to review these things for free once a year. You also need to create a rock solid business plan. I just spoke about that. Trying to reduce your debt to income ratio. This is important because this will actually help you not only on the personal side, but also on the business side, okay? Big decision time. Do you currently have a reduced debt to income ratio, or do you have a high one? Do you have a low one? What do you have? What have you thought about in terms of reducing this DTI ratio? Talk to me about that, boss. You better have a plan. Either you increase your revenue or you reduce your expenses. Okay, and keep your daily balance, your daily bank balance as high as possible, because as I've told you, lenders, if to give you a guaranteed approval business loan, they want to see your cash flow position. I'm not asking you to be rich already, but it helps to show some consistency. It helps to show some health in terms of your business, in terms of your cash flow situation. Okay, you want to boost your business as much as possible prior to applying, in terms of revenue, in terms of sales, in terms of accounts receivable, in terms of like whatever is going on. Make sure that you apply at the right moment when your business is at the top level, in terms of its operational performance. Okay, and you have to know your personal and business credit scores. I've said this before, it's really important. Okay, and the bottom line is, if you want to get a small business loan guaranteed approval, please define the purpose of the loan, raise your loan security. We're talking about the collateral that you might want to use for the loan, okay? And you also want to see whether or not you want to have a personal guarantee. And money. You want to compare different lenders. This could be banks, online lenders, micro lenders, okay? You need to identify whether you want to get a traditional business loan or an online business loan. Determine if you qualify based on your credit score, your annual revenue, your business plan, your collateral, okay? And you want to gather your documents and apply, okay? And please review the terms before signing. You want to review the terms of the promissory note before you sign. All right, folks. This is it for today's conversation. So I was having a clear discussion with you about guaranteed approval business loans. How do you get a large one no matter what? So I gave you the basics, the lenders. You need to pay attention to the lenders, your eligibility criteria, how to select the right lender for you, how to plan things, how to write a compelling, rock solid business plan. And I gave you a few pro tips to help you actually ace the interview, the loan interview. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.